Hey guys, Janine here, and I am working with the Story Play Love Story Mini Kit. And here is the adorable stamp set. This is from one of the 7 by 8 1/4 pages where I added my journaling and some word art on the digital version in Photoshop Elements and then printed it out on the physical paper. I have a photo that measures 5.5 inches by 8 1/4 inches, and also a piece of cardstock that measures the same. And then this is a piece of cardstock that is just going to be stamped with the You and Me stamp. And I'm just going to repeat stamp that over and over and over again on this paper. And I'm going to use the Rose Garden from Ali Edwards and also the Distress Oxide Ground Espresso. So I'm going to repeat stamp mostly with the rose color, and then I'm going to throw 3 stamps in there with the ground espresso. Okay, so there I have a filled little paper with that stamp repeated over and over again. And I am going to do some trimming. This is currently 8.5 inches tall, so I'm going to trim just a little bit off of the top as well as the bottom so that it is 8 1/4 inches. And then I only want it to be 1 3/4 inches wide. So I'm going to line that up and make that smaller. So this is going to actually be the part that's hole punched. And you'll see I try to erase because I had drawn some lines on there, but I'm waiting until the ink completely dries to do that. In the meantime, this is going to go to the left. So let's punch some holes in this. And I'm actually going to cover the holes in the page protector with this piece. And the page protector is going to be folded like this. So I put 2 cards in there because it makes it easier to fold it. And then I'll use a ruler to go ahead and crease that along the fold in order to have it, open and close nicely. And that just takes a couple swipes of the ruler. So this is what it's going to look like and how I'm going to put it together, measuring and making sure it is 7 inches wide altogether. So I'll get myself some score tape. And I'm going to put a couple of pieces of score tape along the plastic part where the holes are in the page protector. And then I am going to line up that 1 3/4 inch stamped piece and adhere it right there so that it is the part that's going to be in the rings. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this 5.5 by 8 1/4 piece of cardstock and some book tape because it's clear and I don't want it to show through the other side. And I'm just going to turn these 2 over face down on my desk and put a piece of book tape to attach them together. And then you'll see how that opens and closes. And there's how it is going to fold into itself. My photo is going to go on top there like that, but I am going to embellish my photo with these 2 hearts, and they're not full hearts. They are ones that were hanging off the page, so I will fussy cut them out, and I know they need to be trimmed a little bit to fit on my photo, so I'm going to just kind of play around here a little. I don't want to cover my face too much. Well, not at all. I don't mind if I cover underneath my face, but I do know that I need to trim the top of this heart down a little bit. So you'll see me doing that here. And then I think I go ahead and I do just a little bit more trimming. Again, not perfect, just winging it, right? Just getting it on there. A little bit of the bottom part will hang off. there's where I want to put the heart with the word art on it. And I know a part of that is going to hang off as well, and I'm totally okay with that. Get some adhesive here and get that down. And then I'll trim off that extra part that's hanging over. And then I'll place my larger heart with the journaling on top and adhere that down as well. And then cut the small portion that is hanging off there. And that is it. That's all I'm doing to the photo. And then let's get this on top of the cardstock. I wanted to use the cardstock behind it just to give it a little bit more, to make it a little bit more sturdy. You don't have to. It was just something that I thought would be a good thing to do. So moving to the cards on the inside, I'm using both of these patterned cards, and I have printed out my journaling on the What I Love About You cards. And those two are going to be diagonal from each other inside of the pockets. And this is how I'm going to have the two patterned cards. And I wanted to make a little tab, kind of letting the viewer know that there's a little bit additional information when you pull on the tab. And so I went and got from the You Story Kit a stamp that says, I think it says I love you on it. Yes, it says love you on it. So I wanted a small enough one to fit on those little tabs, and that was a perfect size. So I'll go ahead and stamp that in one direction and then the other. The truth is, I really didn't need to stamp both sides, but I did. And I'm going to end up putting this at the top. And I guess it really doesn't matter where you put it. I just thought that it would be a little more balanced if it was at the top of the page. I will staple that with my tiny attacher, and then I will start working on putting some embellishments on the cards. I don't have much left from the kit, and the larger chipboard piece just didn't fit the vibe of what my story is. So I took the cocoa colored, I guess you can call it, round circle, put a silver brad in it, and then using some score tape, I will just adhere that on top of that little heart card. And that one is done. And then the love, 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 love card, I am going to put some phrase stickers. So this particular page of stickers is a similar cocoa color, so I thought I would use one of those. And then I have this pack of phrase stickers from Tim Holtz. And so there's just a big variety of sayings in here. I want to put a white one on. And then underneath that, I will put one of the cocoa colored phrase stickers on. And then I go ahead and finish off with a black phrase sticker. So each of these just has a phrase on it that relates to my story. And I wanted to kind of mix them up color-wise. The white doesn't show as well as the darker ones, but I just wanted to put the 3 different colors on there. So here I'm just kind of trying to find the last black one that I'm going to place on there. And once I'm done, I will go ahead and grab a tiny chipboard heart, and I'm just going to place that underneath those 3 phrase stickers. And that's it. Yeah, it came out really cute, and it was actually super easy, but fun and a little bit interactive as well. And then it opens and closes, and let's take a look at it in my album. So here it is, finished and in my album. And the only thing I forgot was the date stamp. So I will go back and put that on later. And then when the viewer pulls the photo with the tab, they will then view the 4 3x4 cards on the inside. Like I said, super easy, but fun and interactive, and definitely something that you could put together very, very easily at your desk. This took me probably the most time was to stamp. Everything else just came together really, really fast. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thanks so much for watching today. It's great to have you here, and we will see you in the next video.